I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good morning, Joe Barnes. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful morning?
I'm good, thank you, yes.
Hey, it's a great pleasure to connect with you. Please do tell us, Joe, what part of the world are you in right now?
I'm just outside of London in the UK.
Oh, sweet. Tell me which of your talents is responsible for us meeting?
It's my writing. I've written a book called Escape the System, and I have a blog on my website, Screw the System, so writing is the talent.
Screw the System, what an intriguing name. Please do tell us more.
Well, it's been running for a while, a few years. Screw the System is basically an attitude which says, I don't have to live my life the way you tell me I have to live my life. I'm going to live life the way I want to live it. So that involves, the way you work, the way you say socialize, the way you go about relationships. It's doing the thing you want to do rather than the thing society makes you feel you should do.
Yeah, society has an amazing way of doing that, right?
Yes. Yeah, it starts from very young age, and the conditioning continues as you get older and older until a point where a lot of people feel trapped. So that's why I created it, to give them an outlet to try to escape and create a more enjoyable life.
Did you have a situation where you felt trapped?
Yeah, very much. I was at university and I suddenly thought to myself, what the hell am I doing this for? Why have I done 15 years in school studying? Now I'm doing 3 years at university. I've never really enjoyed it. Am I going to work now for 40 years when I'm older doing stuff I still don't enjoy? So that was the moment where I felt trapped, and I thought, I've got to try and find some way out of this.
So you got out and you took the time to help others by writing a book, right? Who did you learn that skill from, that helping the others skill?
That was, the writing. Yeah, I learned that from my mentor, was a guy called Tom Butler Bowden. He is a best-selling author himself. He's written a 50 classic series, so
Wow.
50 self-help classics, 50 success classics. I think his latest one is 50 economics classics. And he basically mentored me about 10 years ago on writing a book. Obviously, school had helped and university helped with my writing, but he was the one who really showed me how to put a book together. And then it was just a hell of a lot of practice, hours and hours on my own trying to make it work.
Why will you continue to repeat this skill?
Because I think I've achieved a level of mastery in it now. So it would be pretty dumb to stop. Plus, I got all of these projects and future books in mind that I want to write. So I can't say I love writing. I enjoy it once. I always say it's a bit like running long distance. You hate it while you're doing it, but you feel great after you've done it. So writing's a bit the same. Plus, what I do love is the impact I seem to be able to have on people with my words. When my book connects with somebody, or a blog post article I've written, really hits home with somebody, that's a really good feeling for me. So that's why I'll continue doing it.
Please do tell me one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years.
3 years. I have, it's to do with writing, but it's journaling. It's writing for myself. So every week I will write down, what's on my mind, what things which are bothering me. Mainly I turn to the journal when I've got doubts or questions, and I write them down, and I find that it's just a great way of clearing my mind and then focusing for what I then want to move forward and do.
How does it make you feel?
Good, because I can sit down to write with confusion in my mind, and then I can put the pen down, because I still write it down on paper. I put the pen down and I feel like my mind is clear. I'm clear about what I need to do. So it's a great practice.
It is. I've been journaling for a bit now, intermittently, I would say, because sometimes when the weekend hits, sometimes I don't get through the weekend with writing daily the way I do during the week, right?
Oh, I
But
see.
it's as though there's the sink is clogged right during the weekend because on Monday I'm writing and it feels exactly as you described, a release. Like,
Yes.
yes, I can breathe now. Yeah, so
Yeah, exactly. So it kind of resets everything. That's what I like about it.
yeah, it does. Suggest to someone listening why they should do what you've done with journaling or even consider it.
Because I don't think many people are ever get a chance to be totally honest with another person. So even maybe with their close relationships, their girlfriend, their boyfriend, their husband, their wife, there may be some things they still hold back. Whereas with a journal, if you're brave enough, if you don't mind committing your words to paper or to a laptop, you can be 100% honest with who you are, what you've done, what you're thinking. That's the one spot you can be. It would be nice to be that way with another person, but I appreciate sometimes you can't always. So I just think that for that reason alone, it's good to express yourself honestly in some form.
So, amazing audience, we are live with Joe Barnes right now. Joe is the author of Escape the System. You can check him out on screwthesystemnow.com. Joe, let's switch gears for a moment now and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Joe, what is your earliest childhood memory?
I think probably I just have a memory of playing in my back garden with other kids my age, probably from my local play school or whatever group it was.
How old do you think you were?
I was probably three, about to turn 4.
Why do you think this memory is so clear?
It's not actually. It's a bit hazy. That's my earliest memory. If I was to give you my earliest significant memory, it was when I was 4 and when I heard that I was going to have a baby brother. That the day my brother was born, I remember that's probably the thing that sticks in my mind the most from a young age.
Yeah, what was the emotions there?
I was overjoyed. Even at that age, I remember feeling just I felt love, even though I'd never seen my brother. I'd just been told on the phone that I had a baby because I really wanted a brother. I didn't want a sister. So I was really, I felt love. And then I went to see him later that day. It was great.
How old were you then?
4. I was 4 then.
Okay. Wow. Well, can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Go ahead, please.
Well, the guy that wrote the book, right, Escape the System, definitely didn't write it only for himself. And it's intriguing that in your memories, your emotions are connected to so many other people. In the first, you're playing in the backyard. And while it's hazy, as you said, it's blurry. It's intriguing that you're bringing other people together to at least enjoy the work they do the thing they love. And then with your brother, right, it's like, again, the system, but the joy, it's like someone I can help again. So I'm probably grabbing at straws, but it's fascinating how you've been connecting, helping other people escape the system.
It's good, Engel. I like it. I never thought about it that way, but I think you could be onto something. So yeah, that's good. I like it.
You're welcome. If we fast forward to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
I wasn't really into music then. I know that around that time, probably 2 songs. There was Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby. I liked that song. That was around that time. And I always, as a kid, Michael Jackson was big. I'm still a huge Michael Jackson fan now. I think Man in the Mirror was one I liked. So probably one of those 2 songs.
Yeah, that's intriguing how these things connect, because to escape the system, you definitely have to start with the Man in the Mirror.
Yes.
Well, Joe, we have arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there is a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more.
Sure.
I'm going to go pretty quickly here. Joe, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
No, although people do contact me for help with writing, so I'm always happy to help.
Are you married?
No, got a girlfriend.
Do you have children?
No.
Do you believe in God?
Not in a religious sense.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
No, just close friends, but they're not like advisors or confidants.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
No, I know. I limit it to 10 hours a week. So I like watching inspiring stuff. I think it's a waste of time if you're just watching news or things which gets you down. But I like watching stuff which inspires me. But no more than 10 hours a week. Otherwise, it damages productivity.
Wow. What about screen time? The phone and the computer. Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
I work a fair bit on the computer, but it's probably just less because I also do tennis coaching and hypnotherapy, so that gets me out the house.
Wow.
So probably less.
All right. Joe, after having 1,001 conversations in 3 months, I came up with a workbook. The name of it is Yours. It stands for Your Own Unique Real Self. Connected to the name of that book as well is Your Own Unique Real Statement.
Yeah.
Joe, if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, your mission, something that represents who Joe Barnes is, what would you say that is?
I think I would tell people not to be afraid of taking risks. You don't fail by taking risks. You fail by doubting yourself and stalling your progress.
Joe Barnes, this was a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
I think you mentioned it already. Just check out my book, Escape the System. You can get it through my website or you can find it on Amazon. And also to let you guys know, I've got a second book called How to Create an Income Without Working a Boring Job. That's probably going to be released in a month's time. So if they want to check those out, then that would be great.
Love it. Joe Barnes, this was a great pleasure one more time. Thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you, Angel.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.